Lexus has just accomplished something that the established German luxury brands hoped would never happen. The 2027 LBX starts at €38,900 in European markets, or approximately $42,500 in the United States. Yet it delivers build quality and refinement that matches vehicles costing €15,000 more. To put this in perspective, a Mercedes-Benz GLA 250 with comparable equipment commands €52,400. The BMW X1 and Drive 28i sits at €49,800, and even the Audi Q345 TSSI requires €48,200. We're discussing a price advantage of nearly €10,000 while maintaining legendary Lexus reliability and Toyota's unmatched hybrid technology. If you've been paying the luxury premium without questioning what you're actually receiving in return, the next few minutes will fundamentally change how you evaluate automotive value. The luxury automotive market has operated on a remarkably consistent principle for the past 3 decades. German brands command premium pricing. Buyers accept this as the cost of entry into the luxury segment, and manufacturers maintain healthy profit margins on vehicles that often cost less to produce than their pricing suggests. Lexus has built their reputation by challenging this paradigm, but the LBX represents their most aggressive move yet into territory that Mercedes, BMW, and Audi have considered exclusively theirs. Let's address the fundamental question first. How does Lexus deliver genuine luxury at a price point that undercuts German competitors by 20% or more? The answer reveals everything you need to understand about the difference between luxury marketing and luxury engineering. While German manufacturers spend billions on advertising campaigns, sponsorships, and brand positioning, Lexus invests those resources into manufacturing processes, quality control, and engineering refinement. The result is a vehicle that may lack the badge prestige that impresses country club parking attendants but delivers tangible quality that you'll appreciate every single day of ownership. The powertrain in the LBX deserves detailed examination because it represents hybrid technology refined through 3 decades of continuous development. The system pairs a 1.5-liter 3-cylinder gasoline engine with 2 electric motors in what Toyota and Lexus call their 5th-generation hybrid system. Combined output reaches 134 horsepower, which admittedly sounds modest compared to German turbocharged engines producing 200 horsepower or more. But here's what the specification sheets won't tell you, and what becomes immediately apparent when you actually drive the vehicle. The electric motor provides maximum torque instantaneously from 0 RPM, eliminating the turbo lag that plagues virtually every small displacement turbocharged engine. The power delivery feels smoother and more linear than any turbocharged 4-cylinder, with the gasoline engine and electric motors working in seamless harmony that's imperceptible to the driver. Acceleration from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, or roughly 62 miles per hour, requires 9.2 seconds. That's not sports car performance, certainly, but it's entirely adequate for real-world driving and actually matches the Mercedes GLA 200's acceleration while consuming dramatically less fuel. Speaking of fuel consumption, this is where the Lexus hybrid advantage becomes genuinely significant. The LBX achieves approximately 4.8 liters per 100 kilometers in combined European testing cycles, or roughly 49 miles per gallon in American terms. The Mercedes GLA 200 manages about 7.1 liters per 100 kilometers, or 33 miles per gallon. The BMW X1's Drive 18i achieves approximately 6.9 liters per 100 kilometers, or 34 miles per gallon. Over a typical ownership period of 5 years and 100,000 kilometers, the Lexus will consume roughly 2,300 liters less fuel than the Mercedes. At current European fuel prices, averaging €1.75 per liter, that represents a savings of approximately €4,000 in fuel costs alone. But the financial advantages extend far beyond fuel economy, and this is where experienced vehicle owners who've paid attention to total cost of ownership understand the genuine value proposition. Lexus hybrid systems require no transmission fluid changes because there's no traditional automatic transmission. There are no spark plugs to replace for the first 160,000 kilometers because the engine runs on the Atkinson cycle with lower combustion temperatures. The regenerative braking system means brake pads and rotors last 2 to 3 times longer than conventional vehicles, because much of the braking energy is converted to electricity rather than heat through friction. The hybrid battery carries an 8-year, 160,000 kilometer warranty, and real-world data from hundreds of thousands of Lexus and Toyota hybrids operating globally demonstrates that these battery packs routinely exceed 250,000 kilometers with minimal degradation. Compare this to German turbocharged engines, where turbocharger replacements at 120,000 to 150,000 kilometers can cost 2,500 to 4,000 euros. Dual-clutch transmissions that require fluid changes every 60,000 kilometers at 400 to 600 euros per service, and direct injection systems, prone to carbon buildup requiring walnut blasting services costing 600 to 900 euros. Now let's discuss build quality, because this is where Lexus demonstrates the tangible results of Japanese manufacturing philosophy. Every LBX undergoes final inspection by a Takumi master craftsman, individuals who've completed at least 25 years of training and can detect panel gap variations of 0.5 millimeters by sight alone. The paint finish receives a 7-layer application process, compared to 5 layers for most German competitors, creating depth and durability that remains visually striking even after years of exposure to the elements. The interior materials reveal Lexus's commitment to quality in ways that become apparent only through extended ownership. The synthetic leather used on the dashboard and door panels doesn't crack or fade, even after years of ultraviolet exposure. The plastic components employ higher-grade resins with ultraviolet stabilizers that maintain their finish and texture indefinitely. The switchgear operates with mechanical precision that suggests over-engineered durability rather than the minimum acceptable tolerances that characterize cost-optimized manufacturing. Open and close the door on a 3-year-old LBX, and it will feel identical to the day it left the factory. The hinges won't develop play. The weather stripping won't shrink or harden. The latch mechanism won't become loose or imprecise. This isn't subjective opinion or brand loyalty speaking. It's observable reality confirmed by residual value data, reliability surveys, and the experience of anyone who's owned both Lexus and German luxury vehicles over extended periods. Let's examine the specific equipment and features included at the LBX base price, because this comparison reveals how German manufacturers have trained buyers to accept significant additional costs for features that should be standard. The Lexus includes full LED lighting front and rear, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assistance, automatic emergency braking, a 12.3-inch multimedia touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, dual-zone climate control, and an 8-speaker audio system. These features come standard, included in that 38,900 euro starting price. To match this equipment level in a Mercedes GLA, you'll need to add the premium package at 2,900 euros, the advanced package at 3,400 euros, and the MBUX augmented reality navigation at 1,100 euros. The BMW X1 requires the technology package at 3,200 euros, the comfort access package at 1,800 euros, and individual options totaling another 2,500 euros. By the time you've equipped a German competitor to match the standard LBX feature content, you're looking at an additional 7,000 to 8,000 euros beyond the already higher base price. The safety equipment deserves particular attention because Lexus includes their comprehensive safety system, plus as standard equipment across the entire range. This suite encompasses pre-collision warning with pedestrian detection, lane departure alert with steering assistance, automatic high beams, and road sign recognition. German competitors offer similar systems, certainly, but they're often bundled into expensive option packages or available only on higher trim levels. Now, I can anticipate the objection that some viewers are formulating. What about performance? What about driving dynamics? Don't German vehicles offer superior handling and more engaging driving experiences? These are fair questions, and they deserve honest answers. The LBX prioritizes ride comfort and refinement over sporty handling characteristics. The suspension tuning emphasizes isolation from road imperfections rather than communicative feedback. The steering is light and precise for urban maneuvering, but doesn't provide the weighted, connected feel that characterizes BMW's approach to steering calibration. But here's the crucial consideration that mature, experienced buyers understand. How often do you actually exploit a vehicle's ultimate dynamic capabilities? If you're commuting to work, running errands, transporting family members, or making highway journeys, The LBX comfort-oriented dynamics are not just adequate, they're actually preferable to the firm, sometimes harsh ride quality that accompanies sport-tuned suspensions. The harsh reality is that most luxury SUV buyers never approach the handling limits of their vehicles, making the German focus on dynamic excellence somewhat irrelevant for real-world usage patterns. The interior dimensions of the LBX provide surprisingly generous accommodations given its compact external footprint. Front seat passengers enjoy 1,040 millimeters of headroom, or roughly 41 inches, with 1,080 millimeters of legroom, or about 42.5 inches. The rear seats offer 980 millimeters of headroom, or approximately 38.6 inches, with 930 millimeters of legroom, or about 36.6 inches, when the front seats are positioned for a 6-foot driver. These dimensions are virtually identical to what you'll find in the Mercedes GLA and actually exceed the BMW X1's rear legroom by approximately 25 millimeters. Cargo capacity provides 402 liters with the rear seats upright, or about 14.2 cubic feet, expanding to 1,346 liters, or roughly 47.5 cubic feet, with the rear seats folded flat. The cargo floor sits relatively low thanks to the compact hybrid system packaging, making it easy to load heavier items without excessive lifting. There's no spare tire, just a tire repair kit and compressor, which is standard practice across the compact luxury segment and allows for additional underfloor storage. Let's discuss depreciation, because this is where the financial advantages of Lexus ownership become genuinely profound. Industry data from European markets shows that a 3-year-old Lexus with average mileage retains approximately 64% of its original purchase price. A Mercedes GLA retains about 52%, the BMW X1 manages roughly 54%, and the Audi Q3 sits at approximately 51%. This 10 to 13% advantage translates directly into dramatically lower lease payments for buyers who prefer leasing and substantially lower depreciation costs for those who purchase and later sell or trade their vehicles. Let's calculate the real-world financial implications over a typical 5-year ownership period. Purchase an LBX at 38,900 euros, drive it for 5 years and 100,000 kilometers, and based on current depreciation trends, you can expect to sell it for approximately 24,000 euros. That's 14,900 euros in depreciation. Now consider the Mercedes GLA 250 purchase at 52,400 euros. After 5 years, it retains roughly 48% of its value, or about 25,150 euros, resulting in depreciation of 27,250 euros. The difference in depreciation alone amounts to 12,350 euros, and we haven't yet factored in the 4,000 euros in fuel savings or the dramatically lower maintenance costs. Add these elements together, and the total cost of ownership difference over 5 years reaches approximately 20,000 euros between the Lexus and the Mercedes. That's not a marginal difference or a matter of personal preference. It's a fundamental financial reality that anyone capable of basic arithmetic can verify. The question becomes whether the Mercedes badge and slightly more powerful engine justify spending 20,000 euros more over 5 years. For some buyers, the answer might be yes. But make no mistake, you're paying for intangible brand prestige rather than tangible quality or capability. The technology integration in the LBX reflects Lexus's practical approach to vehicle systems. The 12.3-inch touchscreen responds quickly to inputs without the lag that plagues some competitor systems, particularly in cold weather. The menu structure is logical and intuitive, allowing you to access common functions like climate control or audio sources without navigating through multiple submenus. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration work seamlessly. And critically, Lexus includes wireless connectivity as standard equipment rather than requiring expensive auction packages. The digital instrument cluster provides clear, easily readable information without the visual complexity that characterizes some German systems. You can customize the display to show navigation maps, audio information, or vehicle efficiency data. But the default layout emphasizes simplicity and legibility over visual drama. For drivers who've grown weary of overly complex, distracting digital displays, this straightforward approach feels almost refreshing. The audio system, while not audiophile grade, delivers perfectly acceptable performance for most listeners. The 8-speaker setup, provides balanced frequency response and adequate volume without distortion. Lexus offers an upgraded Mark Levinson system as an option for approximately €1,200 and for serious audio enthusiasts. This upgrade delivers genuinely impressive sound quality that rivals systems costing significantly more in competitor vehicles. Now let's address reliability and warranty coverage, because this is where Lexus's value proposition becomes truly unassailable. Every LBX includes a 5-year, unlimited kilometer warranty on all mechanical and electrical components. Maintain the vehicle according to the prescribed service schedule, which requires attention every 15,000 kilometers or 12 months. And Lexus extends this warranty annually up to a maximum of 10 years or 200,000 kilometers. No German manufacturer offers anything remotely comparable to this coverage. The hybrid system components, including the battery, electric motors, and power control unit, carry a separate 8-year, 160,000 kilometer warranty. The corrosion warranty extends for 12 years regardless of mileage. These warranty terms reflect genuine confidence in long-term durability rather than marketing gestures designed to influence purchase decisions. Lexus knows from decades of hybrid vehicle production that these components will perform reliably for the entire warranty period and well beyond. Real-world reliability data supports this confidence. In virtually every independent reliability survey conducted globally, Lexus consistently ranks at or near the top of all automotive brands. The most recent data from European markets shows Lexus vehicles experiencing an average of 64 problems per 100 vehicles during the first 3 years of ownership. Mercedes averages 151 problems per 100 vehicles. BMW sits at 163, and Audi manages 147. These aren't marginal differences in quality. They're fundamental disparities in manufacturing excellence and engineering integrity. Consider what these reliability differences mean in practical terms. Every unexpected repair visit costs you time, inconvenience, and often significant expense once warranty coverage expires. Every component failure represents frustration and disappointment. Every service appointment beyond routine maintenance is a reminder that you're driving a vehicle that didn't meet reasonable quality expectations. The Lexus LBX eliminates or dramatically reduces these experiences through superior engineering and manufacturing quality. The maintenance schedule deserves examination because it reveals another dimension of Lexus's cost advantage. Service intervals occur every 15,000 kilometers or 12 months, and the required work typically includes oil and filter changes, fluid level checks, and multi-point inspections. A typical service costs approximately €180 to €220 at Lexus dealerships, compared to €250 to €320 for equivalent service on German competitors. Over 5 years and 100,000 kilometers, this represents an additional savings of roughly €600 to €800. More significantly, the LBX doesn't require the expensive intermediate services that German vehicles demand. There's no dual-clutch transmission fluid change at 60,000 kilometers, no direct injection system cleaning, no turbocharger inspection. The hybrid system is essentially maintenance-free beyond basic fluid checks, and the continuously variable transmission requires no service whatsoever under normal operating conditions. This simplicity translates directly into lower ownership costs and fewer service appointments demanding your time. For buyers in markets with challenging winter conditions, the LBX offers all-wheel drive as an option rather than standard equipment, which is an intelligent approach that allows buyers in temperate climates to avoid the additional cost and complexity. The all-wheel drive system, when specified, adds a rear electric motor that provides instantaneous torque distribution to the rear wheels when traction demands it. Unlike mechanical all-wheel drive systems with clutch packs and transfer cases, this electric system requires no maintenance and adds minimal weight to the vehicle. The exterior design of the LBX reflects Lexus's current design language with their signature spindle grille, sharp character lines, and distinctive lighting elements. The styling won't appeal to everyone, certainly, and it's decidedly more aggressive than the conservative approach that characterized earlier Lexus models. But the design serves functional purposes beyond pure aesthetics. The aerodynamic efficiency achieves a drag coefficient of 0.33, which contributes to the impressive fuel economy figures and reduces wind noise at highway speeds. The paint quality deserves specific mention because it represents one area where Lexus demonstrably exceeds German competitors. The 7-layer application process creates extraordinary depth and richness, particularly in metallic colors. More importantly, the paint maintains its appearance over time without the fading or orange peel texture that develops on some German vehicles after several years of exposure. This might seem like a minor detail, but the visual condition of your vehicle directly impacts both your daily satisfaction and eventual resale value. Now, there's an important consideration for buyers in different global markets. The LBX is primarily designed for European and Asian markets, where compact vehicles make practical sense given urban parking constraints and fuel costs. North American availability may be limited initially, though Lexus has indicated plans for eventual introduction to the United States market. For American buyers, the slightly larger UX remains available and offers similar value propositions with more spacious accommodations. Let's address the elephant in the room directly. Some buyers will dismiss the LBX because it lacks the badge prestige of Mercedes, BMW, or Audi. If you require that particular form of social validation, if the badge on your vehicle genuinely matters to your sense of self-worth or social standing, then the Lexus isn't for you, and that's perfectly acceptable. But if you've reached a point in life where you value substance over image, where you make purchasing decisions based on rational analysis rather than marketing manipulation, then the LBX deserves serious consideration. The luxury automotive market has conditioned buyers to equate price with quality, to assume that expensive vehicles must necessarily be superior to less expensive alternatives. The LBX challenges this assumption directly by delivering comparable or superior quality at dramatically lower cost. This isn't about sacrifice or compromise. It's about intelligent value optimization and refusing to pay inflated prices for intangible brand prestige. Consider the broader implications of what Lexus has accomplished with the LBX. They've demonstrated that genuine luxury doesn't require six-figure price tags or expensive marketing campaigns. Luxury is about quality materials, meticulous manufacturing, reliable performance, and thoughtful engineering. These qualities cost money to deliver, certainly, but they don't require the massive premium that German brands extract from their customers. The LBX proves that accessible luxury isn't a contradiction in terms. It's simply a matter of prioritizing substance over marketing. For buyers entering the luxury segment for the first time, the LBX represents an extraordinary opportunity to experience genuine premium quality without the financial burden that traditionally accompanies luxury vehicle ownership. For experienced luxury buyers who've grown weary of expensive repairs, disappointing reliability, and the constant pressure to upgrade to newer models, the Lexus offers a refreshingly straightforward alternative. You purchase a well-engineered, beautifully crafted vehicle. You maintain it according to a simple schedule, and it rewards you with years of trouble-free service. The 2027 Lexus LBX fundamentally challenges the assumptions that have governed the luxury automotive market for decades. It demonstrates that you don't need to spend €50,000 to own a genuinely luxurious vehicle. It proves that hybrid technology can deliver both impressive efficiency and refined performance. Most importantly, it reminds us that luxury should be defined by quality and reliability rather than badge prestige and marketing budgets. Whether German manufacturers respond by improving their value propositions or continue extracting premium pricing from buyers willing to pay for brand catch-it remains to be seen. But one reality has become undeniable. The luxury market just became significantly more competitive, and buyers are the ultimate beneficiaries of this disruption.